What's going on, everybody? Today's gonna be a little bit of a raw, unfiltered kind of video. Um, I kind of went through my um journal, and I kind of wanted to bring some things up that I've been learning over the past couple years. Now, I want to talk about being calm, all right, and being still and flowing, all right. Now, being calm, I'm not even joking. I have a journal filled with this stuff that I'm gonna teach you guys right now, because I like whatever knowledge I've learned. I feel like it's my job to pass it down as I go. And I don't know how many people are gonna watch these videos. I kind of realized that as I make these videos, it's gonna kind of help me later on as well. I can look back to these videos and be like, wow, I was, you know what I mean? Anyways, being calm. Being calm is like this guy right here. All right, this guy right here. I'm gonna cover this part so you guys don't read, so I can flow and go with it. You have to be like this guy right here. He has two tornadoes. There's a lot of bullshit going on around him. You gotta be like this guy right here. Be still with that bullshit. You know that one movie where, you know that one scene in the movie where there's that one guy standing still, all right, and there's a bunch of bullshit going on around him, but that guy's still, all right. He's still still. He's not going around with the bullshit as well, all right, because then that's a never-ending loop. You're gonna just be stuck in bullshit. Okay, you need to be still. Now, the issue is a lot of people see it to transcend their realities, but have not transcended themselves. What do I mean by this? In a lot of religious books, it says, change within yourselves, and then I can change you. Or something like that. A lot of religious books, they have different, but you know what I mean. You need to change within yourselves before you see your realities change around you. How do you think you can be rich, but you still think in a poor mindset? How do you think you can be rich and you don't think in abundant mindset? It's not gonna work. If you still have that poor mindset, if you still have that, I can't spend too much money. I need to be very what's the word? Closed, not closed, but like you need to be abundant. All right, you need to not hold in everything. All right, just be abundant with everything, with the money you have. Be abundant with the money you have. Be abundant with the emotions you have, with the happiness you have, with the gratitude you have, gratefulness you have. When the waters within are not still, the pathway to your desired reality will be chaotic. Inner peace is the most important thing in day trading and in life as well. All right. The universe will always react to you. The storm is the chaotic nature within. In the Bible, it says, see beyond the illusion. The illusion being everything around us. All right. So, um, before desiring to see peace around you, ask, is there peace within you? Are you happy right now? Are you happy with the friends you have? Are you happy where you're at? And a lot of people are going to say, no, I'm not happy where I'm at. And we're all trying to change that, obviously, right? But before we can change that, you guys need to change within yourselves. If you have a friend, if you have a boy that's draining your energy, if you're going out too much, if your friends are asking you, come outside, we gotta do, let's do this, let's do that, bro. If that's draining you, it is okay to say no. Saying no is the best invention ever, I can't lie. And a lot of people aren't, using that to their advantage. Just say no. It's not that hard. All right. See calmness within you before seeing it outside. Dependence on external is slavery. All right. So if you depend on the external, you're a slave to everything. All right. Now let's keep reading. The association with the devil is nothing more than taking the physical plane around you to be the truth. Why do I say this? Drugs, alcohol, lust, and so on 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 and so on. That's everything around you. That's everything that this world has to offer. But you need to remember that we're just playing this game, all right? We're just playing this game. There's more than just that. And you need to stop letting these things affect you. You need to be still and become calm. The true slave to the world is the person whose internal state is dependent on the world. The highest form of metaphysical slavery that you can form. You're allowing what you see to determine how you feel without realizing how you feel determine the. Let me go again. Sorry. The true slave to the world is the person whose internal state is dependent on the world. The highest form of metaphysical slavery that you can form is you're allowing what you see to determine I can't read. The true slave to the world is the person whose internal state is dependent on the world. The highest form of metaphysical slavery that you can form is you're allowing what you see to determine how you feel without realizing how you feel determines what you see. What do I mean by that? The true slave to the world is the person whose internal state is dependent on the world. What makes you happy? If you say money, if you say girls, if you say lust, if you say drugs, you're a slave. And that's just how it is. Alright? So it's pretty simple. Never let what you see determine how you be. Spend more time within. Meditate, pray, do whatever you try to do, but be within. Alright? Make sure you guys have a grasp on your own mind before your mind has a grasp on you. The less time you spend within, the more dependent you're going to be without. You need to relax your mind. The survival brain is always going to be looking for the next threat. You guys need to get rid of that survival brain. It's called your like ganglia, something like that. But that part of your brain where you get that fight or flight, that part of your brain is going to always look for the next threat. And that's how we were evolved as animals. But we're not animals anymore. Alright? Us humans are beyond animals. Alright? I don't think an animal has a house. I don't think an animal can think the way that we do. I don't think an animal can communicate how we do. Feel how we do. See how we do. Alright? You need to relax your mind. Because concentration equals vibration equals frequency, and that equals your reality. I messed that up, but my handwriting is not that good. Stillness. Time is an illusion, alright? Subconscious mind, time doesn't exist. Memories are energy that exist within you. So, what you can do is imagine scenarios that made you upset and change them in a meditative state. That is sauce. So listen to that and what I just said. I'm not going to repeat it. Go back into the video. I'm going to make you guys work for that. Anyways, enough with the book. There's a lot of information here. Amazing information, I can't lie. I'm going to probably keep talking about this in the next couple of videos. But the whole point of this, alright, is I want you guys to be so still in the markets and so calm. I don't want that bearish candle that went down 20 points to start affecting you and be like, I need to sell, I need to sell, I need to sell. No. You guys need to be calm and collected. And I know it's hard. I've been there multiple times. All right, you guys need to remember, I've been doing this for almost 2 years now. Upcoming to 3. Those first 2 years, it doesn't sound like a lot. But you need to understand that those 2 years were straight trial and error. And I know I can, there's a lot more than I can learn. There's a lot more than I can be and learn in the markets, right? But from where I'm at right now, I feel like I've learned enough to the point where I can teach you guys from my mistakes. I've gone through hell and back. And now I'm here to teach you guys what hell was like, and how to avoid being in hell. Okay? Now, the most important thing with the markets is that you need to treat it with respect. With respect, and it's going to treat you back with respect. Literally, all you have to do is watch the markets. Don't trade from 9:30 to 10 o'clock. I don't care if there's a setup. Wait. You're going to train that patience, all right? Train that. It's like training a muscle. Once you just stop and just look at the markets and just be patient, it's like training a muscle. All right? You're just waiting and seeing and watching. And then once that setup forms, then you take it. Setup loses, then you wait again. And you need to have a plan. If your plan is that you can only take one trade, then only take one trade. If your plan is to only lose $200, only lose $200. It's as simple as that. And I've been in the exact same shoes you guys are in right now. Literally 2 years ago. I was watching TJR's boot camp. Alright. Blowing accounts, by the way. While watching his boot camp, I was trading at the same time on a funded account. And I think that entire boot camp was like 60 videos. In those 60 videos, I think I've blown about 3K worth of accounts. I was shit. Terrible risk management. I don't know what the fuck was going on. I was gambling at some point. I turned into gambling. I was straight up going through 6 accounts a day. It was bad. And it teaches you, It teaches you a lot. So I think I have enough experience to come back here now and teach you guys and teach my younger self everything that I've learned. All right. So what I want you guys to do is take all this information that I've just told you in this video, take some notes, all right? Take a couple hours to yourself and be honest with yourself. Do you have any habits that you need to change? Is there any people around you that you need to get rid of? Is anyone draining you? Is anything draining you? If it is, get rid of it. That's just how it is. You need to start being selfish. Don't be selfless. A selfless man in this world is not gonna go anywhere. Trust me, I tried. I tried being selfless and it did not help at all. Alright? And a lot of people would say I'm evil for that. But I'm just trying to make it like everyone else is too. And you can't make it if you're trying to be selfless. Never be selfless. Once you start becoming selfless, that's when you start losing. Once you start giving out more than you start taking in, that's when it becomes a net negative. And one more important thing before I leave this video is don't let people know your plans. Why? It's like, see, in my mind, it works like this. Once you start telling other people your plans, it's like the chances of you getting that plan done is severely less. Because the entire point of the plan was to prove to yourself, not to prove to your boy. Because proving something to your boy, alright, is much more it's like I don't really have to do it because it's my boy. But when it comes to you, I'm hoping you guys have the self-respect to prove to yourself. All right? The only person that you need to be proving something to in this world is yourself. Nobody else. Okay? And why I say that is because if you believe in God, you don't have to prove anything to God. God already knows, and it's infinite intelligence. He already knows. All right, already knows your problems. Already knows what's gonna happen. Already knows everything, the ins and outs. So the only person that you have to prove something to is yourself. And as humans, we are creatures that are our minds work in very, very unique ways. And once you start understanding that, you understand that you need to not react as much and start understanding. If something happens, let's say my boy says something to me, don't react and understand. You know that photo of that monkey and that tiger and that lion, where the lion is roaring and the monkey is standing there like this? Be the monkey, bro. Like that photo is the most realist photo ever, but people are using it as a meme. Literally be the monkey. With that being said, that's the end of the video. 16-minute long video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe. I don't know if this is gonna get any outreach, but yeah, I don't care. I had to say what I had to say. Have an amazing rest of your night. For my students, have an amazing rest of your night as well. Make sure you guys study, watch some of my videos, get what you got to do done. And if you need any help, let me know. I'm here. See ya.